Okay, we're going to open up our post-race press conferences with two of our Championship 4 drivers, and that is the driver of the number 21, Zane Smith, and the driver of the number 4, John Hunter Nemechek. Gentlemen, I know it's a disappointing end to the season, but outstanding runs all year long. Maybe just give us some preliminary thoughts of the race as we finish the 2021 season. I want to start with you, Zane.
Yeah, I mean, it's been definitely, to say the least, a wild year. And, wow, I don't know which one hurt more, last year or this one. I don't know. We fired off good, honestly, probably too good, and then, I don't know, just got way, way too tight and tried everything from inside the truck, all the tools I had, and just nothing would help. So just couldn't really hold them off.
John Hunter?
Had probably one of the fastest trucks tonight. Nothing to show for it. Pretty disappointing when somebody runs into you getting into turn one, and it kind of ruins your night. Got the fence. Somebody cleaned out the left side. Pretty much destroyed the truck. Cut a left front tire down. Had 2 laps down. We were able to get one back. And then guys kept taking wave rounds and everything else, and then they would get lapped again. Caution would come out. Just couldn't ever get our final lap back. I feel like if we could have got it back sooner, we would have had an even better shot. Just needed more laps there at the end. I was running down Zane and been there quite a bit. Just frustrating.
Okay, if you have a question for either of these gentlemen, please raise your hand. We'll get your mic. We'll start with Jordan and go to Zach.
I got 2 questions, one for each of you. Zane, the contact with Ben, can you take me through that and your perspective on it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, I was rolling so slow, I probably ran into him.
And John, does it just feel like you never really had a shot tonight because of what happened, and you had obviously had a fast truck?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think that it feels it's more frustrating knowing that we were so fast and nothing to show for it, right? I definitely thought we were one of the best playoff trucks, if not the best playoff truck. And if we could have had track position, I thought that we could have been battling the 18 there for the win, just from lap time standpoint. So I think that's what hurts the most.
What is Zach?
Zach Sterniolo, front stretch. Zane, I'll start with you. How do you enter this off season now? You know, you had the lead there within the last 10 laps here tonight. Don't really have anything lined up at this point. What is your mindset after a race like tonight?
Shit, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I for the past 3 months, I don't know what I've got for next year, and I seem to always kind of run into this problem every year. So I don't know. I sure as hell know if I won, though, it probably would have helped my situation. So that's all I got.
And for John Hunter, are you surprised you had the speed still left in your truck after all the contact earlier tonight, and to come home here 7th? I know it's no consolation considering the stakes, but is there any pride that you can take into 2022 after a run like this tonight?
Yeah. I mean, I would say I've gotten asked the question of, is this year a failure if we didn't win the championship? Now that I'm there, no, it wasn't a failure. We had good speed all year. We were one of the favorites every single week. So, no, it doesn't surprise me that we had one of the best trucks tonight. I feel like KBM's been strong here. This is one of my best racetracks. Eric Phillips has been really strong here. If you would have asked me that question after practice, I probably would have said no, or the opposite to that answer, but it doesn't surprise me.
Justin Schuler kicking the tires. Zane, when you got out of the truck and sat down on pit road wall, Sheldon Creed came up to you. What did he say?
Just sorry. I'm 2 for 2 for making it in this Final Four, and 2 for 2 for finishing second, and I mean, just losing it. So this one probably hurts more, though, honestly. Just my truck last year never had any of the issues that we had tonight, and I mean, I was 8 laps away from winning the championship, and I was so helpless. I mean, I could not get my truck to turn no matter what I did.
Go up here.
Cole Cusimano, news from the pits. This question is for John Hunter. I'm just curious if Kyle Busch talked to you post-race about what happened today. No?
No, not yet. I'm sure I'll have a phone call here in a little bit.
Gotcha. And for Zane, did you learn anything from these past 2 Championship 4 appearances that you can apply for next season or beyond?
Yeah, I mean, just the experience of it. I mean, it's a kind of a weekend of its own, just with all the media and all the hype behind it. So appearances in it definitely help for the future.
Any final questions? Go to Bob.
Bob Hawkers, Fox Sports. Zane, with what you just were describing your truck, did you just feel like it was a matter of time before Ben was going to get to you? And I mean, was there anything that you could do to kind of defend it?
I mean, no, honestly. I knew he was coming, and just, I mean, all race long. Honestly, since we unloaded, it was just like a light switch how tight we would get, and it was so, I don't know, uncontrollable. I just couldn't do anything about it. It is what sucks the most. And then on top of that is about that time of the run is when you're catching all the weapons like the 22 and and all that group there, and they don't do any favors by no means.
Any final questions for either John Hunter or Zane? We'll wrap it up over here. Bob, you got another one?
John Hervelin with the Circuit Journal. This is for John Hunter. I know you're disappointed right now. You still got a race to do tomorrow, though. So, say you win tomorrow, is there any solace in coming away with like the owner's title, thinking that it's a successful weekend?
Yes and no. At least I have another shot to race for sure. That car is super fast and probably way faster than the truck was tonight. It sucks because you run this all year. You're fighting for a driver's championship, and over there, an owner's championship is nice. But at the same time, I haven't been in that car all year, right? So just filling in races here and there. But thankful for the opportunity for sure, and hopefully we can go get that championship for the JGR organization.
John Hunter, like if their caution came out there in the last 30 laps, I mean, did you think?
Oh, we had it.
Yeah,
That was it. We had it. We were, I mean, out of the playoff trucks, I thought we were one of the fastest trucks there. I drove from the back 2 laps down to the top 10 pretty much every single run. If we had track position, I thought we could have fought the 18 for the win there. I don't know how good we were on the short side compared to others. I think like Zane was super fast on the short side. But if we would have had a 5-lap run or 10-lap run, I think that we definitely could have got him. Restarts are hectic, and it's what cost me tonight.
Are you surprised your truck was that good after, I mean, it seemed like...
That thing was killed, Bob.
What?
I said that thing was killed. Did you see the left side on it?
No. Depends on your definition of kill.
Yeah.
I've heard other drivers say it.
Yeah. The toe was knocked out of it. I mean, we did everything that we could, just pulled fenders away, worked on it all night, made some big adjustments, and I felt like from where we started practice to where we ended the race was really good. So something to build on, I guess, and go into next year and try and win all of them.
I hear we have one final question from the press box. Is that right?
Yeah, Jerry Jordan, KickingTheTires.net. Zane, in talking to you yesterday, not knowing what your plans are for next year and how important this championship was, how heartbreaking is it to see that slip away in the final laps there, and how will you move forward with your plans, if you have any?
Yeah, it definitely sucked. Yeah, I mean, the championship would have probably fixed, like I said, a whole lot of things, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I need to be better and figure out what I need to do better in those situations, which I really don't know. Like, if I was to go to sleep tonight, I don't know what else I could have done different. So I guess that's the only positive I could take from it.
Anything else from the press box? All right, John Hunter, Zane, thanks for the time and the class and great season. We will now be joined by Matt Crafton. If you have any questions for Matt, we'll get right to him. All right, we got 3 in deck. Ross, you want to give Jordan a mic here? Far away, Jordan.
Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. Matt, it was mentioned on the broadcast tonight that your crew chief is not returning next year. Can you confirm that?
Probably not.
He's what?
You heard it on TV, so I guess you know.
You never believe everything you hear on TV.
Exactly.
So is he returning next year?
I don't think so.
Can you, is the personal, his decision, your decision, team decision?
I mean, he's moved back to California and lived here for lived out in California for the last 3 years. So he got a business out there, so he's gonna stay out here and hang out with his kids and do it all out here.
You guys have been kind of linked for a long time now, won some championships. What's that gonna be like for you going forward with a different crew chief?
What was that?
What's it gonna be like for you with a different crew chief?
I've done it before with a different crew chief, and we'll do it again. Junior and I are like brothers, so I understand where he's coming from. He moved out here, moved back to California, and wanted to just do something different and just spend it and hang out with his family and do everything he wanted to do. So we're focused on 2022 and figuring out our crew chief and the other lineup for the rest of it.
Davie?
Hey, Matt. Davie Siegel with Front Stretch. How would you describe the last 10 years working with him? You said you were like brothers, so how would you describe it besides that?
I mean, it's been phenomenal. I mean, we've had one heck of a run. I mean, we won a lot of races together, a lot of championships together. We won 4 championships together, to be honest. Won a championship in the Southwest Tour together, and we won 3 here. And like I said, a lot of races, and like I said, just literally like a brother.
Tonight specifically, what do you think you guys are missing?
Just really loose off the corner. Just could not finish throttle. We were that way in practice, and we chalked it up as the cool morning, and we didn't panic, and we didn't want to over-adjust it, and then we tightened it up just enough to qualify and qualified decent, and then just was sideways all night.
Justin and then Zach.
Justin Schuler kicking the tires. Matt, can you explain a little bit more about that? Because you said you qualified well, and qualified 5th, but then after that, just kind of weren't really a part of the battle up front.
Like I said, I was loose. I don't know what else to say. I mean, just loose all night, center off the corner. Couldn't finish the throttle. That right thing under your foot, I just couldn't get it all the way to the floor quick enough. So they were beating me off the corner.
Was that just from the sun going down, or just the whole race altogether?
I fought it in practice, and we got it where it was tighter at the end of practice, but we just thought that the track would get tighter as night went on, and it didn't.
Zach?
Front stretch. Matt, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but yesterday during Media Day, you said that you expected short run speed was going to be key here tonight. Are you surprised how many long runs we ended up seeing?
This place always has long runs, but it's so hard to pass. That's why I think short run speed was so critical. And Zane had the short run speed, but Ben ran him down at the end. I'm ecstatic for Duke and Rhonda and Ben. The kids came a long ways, and he didn't listen for quite a few years, and finally listened. That's what I went and hugged him and told him good job. And I said, you always got to be there at the end. And that's what I always used to tell him, got to be there at the end, and just don't screw up. And he used to do it for a long time. He's always had speed. I've always believed that he would be able to win races, win championships if we could get him to slow down. It's a lot easier to slow him down than speed him up.
Go to Jeff.
Yeah, I want to ask you more about that. Like, what do you think is the biggest key for him, like maturing? I mean, he's still only 24, so he's got a long career ahead of him. I mean, what can he still improve on, and what's gotten him to this point where he's gotten better?
He's had speed. I mean, the biggest thing that Ben has fought was Ben. I mean, it's just he would just, I would say melt down, just have issues and just overdrive it and put himself in bad positions. And I always say just be there at the end. Just be there at the end. Just race smarter, not harder. That was one of the ones I always told Ben. I mean, you can ask him that tonight. That was one thing, was race smarter, not harder. And he finally, I mean, he's got it. I'm proud of him.
Go to Daniel in the back.
Matt, like, while you're waiting for your turn, you were watching Zane Smith and Nemechek give their press conference. And as a veteran and as a competitor, what's it like for you seeing these two young guys who are going through a rough night? One of them doesn't know what his future holds. What kind of advice would you give those two guys who are feeling pretty low right now?
Just keep your head up. Keep your head up. And I mean, Nemechek's got a long career. Zane will too. I mean, he'll land on his feet. I mean, he's got a lot of speed and he's won races and done well. I mean, finished second 2 years in a row. So he has nothing to hang his head on. I mean, it's easy to get yourself down, but at the end of the day, I mean, he was here fighting for a championship. I mean, it's a whole hell of a lot better than the other fifth on back in points. And so just got to think of the big picture at the end of the day and be thankful for what you got.
Do we have any questions in the press box? Any final questions down here?